Hi, fourth graders. This week we're going to be comparing fractions again, and we're going to be focused on one strategy, and it's going to take us kind of a couple days to learn it because it has a couple different steps, and I don't want to rush you into it and you not understand it. So we're going to go step by step. So instead of having one long video from me this week, you're going to have a couple short videos, but you won't have all the Khan Academy videos as well. So this first video, we're going to start our trek of learning how to find common denominators by the first step of that, which is finding the LCM, which is the least common multiple. So there are words in there that you know. You know what the word least means. It means the less, the lowest. You know what common means when they're the same. A multiple is a word that we use in math a lot, and those are the numbers that we get when we multiply by things. So for example, the multiples of 2 are the numbers we say when we multiply by 2, like all the different products. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and on forever. Those are the multiples of 2. It's the numbers we say when we skip count by that factor. So what we'll be doing is we'll be taking two different numbers, finding all the multiples, finding the common ones, and then picking which one is the least. So it's actually pretty simple, but we're going to take it slow. So if I'm going to find the least common multiple of 3 and 8, my first step is that I'm going to list all the multiples of those numbers. So I'm going to start with 3. So if I'm listing the multiples of 3, it's all of the numbers that I get when I multiply by 3. The easiest way to do this is to start at the beginning. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. I tend to just go up to whatever the multiple of 10 is and stop there. And then if I need more, I come back and get more later. Okay, so now I'm going to list my multiples of 8. So I'm going to come down here and write an 8. 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, whoopsie, made a mistake. 8 times 3, 8 times 4, 8 times 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7, 8 times 8, 8 times 9, and 8 times 10. And I'm going to stop there. So that's your first step. List all the multiples. Okay, we've done that. Step 2 is now find and circle the common multiples, the ones that are in both lists. So if I look at this, 3 is not in both lists. 6 is not in both lists. 9 is not in both lists. 12 isn't in both lists. 18 is not. 21 is not. However, 24 is. Okay, keep going. Is 27 in both lists? Nope. Is 30 in both lists? Nope. Okay, so that's where the end of my lists as they are right now, that's where it stops. So I'm going to stop there because I actually know the answer. Step 4 is box the least of the common denominators. We know the least. It's the only one we've got right now. So the LCM of 3 and 8 is 24. Piece of cake. All I did was list, circle, and box. So let's practice a couple together. If I want to find the LCM of 2 and 7, I'm going to list my multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm going to stop there. Now I'm going to list my 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, don't need a comma, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. Let's circle the ones they have in common. They have 14 in common. And that's actually it. Because if I continued this list, I know 28 would be here, so that would be common. I know 42 would be there. I know 56 would be there and 70 would be there, but I don't need to go that far. So the least is 14. I listed, I circled, and I boxed. Let's do another one. I'm going to list my threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Now I'm going to list my fives. 5, 10, 20. Did I just do that? I missed one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so I listed, check. I have to circle the common ones. Okay, 15 is in both. 30 is in both. That's it for now. What's less, 15 or 30? 15 is less. So the LCM is 15. I listed, I circled, I boxed. One more, and then you're going to do one by yourself. 4 and 5. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Okay, let's do the fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, listed. Now it's time to box. I'm sorry, circle. What do they have in common? They both have 20. They both have 40. Which one's the least? 20 is less than 40. So the LCM is 20 because it's the least of the common multiples. Okay, I want you to pause and I want you to do these two. First, you need to list. Then you need to circle the ones they have in common. Then you need to box the least. So pause, do both of these, and then come back. Okay, so I got partway through. Now I've listed all of my 2s and all of my 8s. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to circle the ones they have in common. Both lists have 8. Both lists have 16. And that's it. 8 is less than 16. So the least common multiple is 8. Okay, let's come down here. Both of these have nothing. So that tells me I have to keep going with my 5s because you can see this is only as high as 5 got to. 5 only got to 50. So I got to keep going. So how about 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Let's see if I find one in there. Okay, now they both have the same. They both have 60. So that's the least. Okay, so here's what you have to remember. You have to list them. You have to circle all of them that they have in common. If you don't find any that are in common, you got to keep going till you do. The one that is the least common multiple. So now you're going to practice. I have a couple problems that I want you to do that are just like these, where you're going to get 2 numbers. You need to list the multiples, find the LCM. Easy peasy.